I want you to show me how to get to know someone like you, someone like you. I want you to know me, 'cause I know then you'll see we could be.
Hi guys, welcome back. Here's another video. It's another makeup tutorial. It's just on a little fall wintry look that you could wear. I think it goes really well with this sweater. It's a nice little taupe, and then I got some browns and some reds. It's really nice. I used the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills today, and I just used a lot of the reds and browns that were in the palette, and I just really fell in love with the look. It was literally just a spontaneous look. I'm actually about to go to work. Yeah, I'm using a lot of new makeup products in here. I'm using a new primer, new foundation. What else? New eyelashes, new eyeliner, new lipstick, and a new highlight too, yeah. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe and leave me some comments down below. Bye guys. Okay, so to get started, we're going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. I already did those off camera just because they do take so long for me to do. Once we're done with those, we're going to go with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. I like to start at the top very lightly and then blend it out with my MAC brush just because I tend to get the primer in my eyebrow, and I find that this makes it a lot easier.
We can be true. I want you to see what I see in us. Something so real, something so real. I want you to see that this is a love that we both feel, that we both feel. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying, it's terrifying.
Next, we're going to be going in using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. We're going to start by using that shade Burnt Orange, and we're going to put that all in the crease, and we're going to try and lift the eye a little bit. So I tried to pull it out and not down, but my eyes are two different shapes, so that makes it a little more difficult. Okay, next we're going to be going in with the shade Love Letter on my little Estee Lauder brush. I'm going to be using this to just go a little smaller in the crease. I'm going to be taking this all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. And then once all the product is off of that, I'm going to lightly blend it. And to just further blend it, I'm going to be using my MAC brush. I don't know what the number of this is called at the moment, but I will put it in the description below. And then just doing the same thing to the other side. Now these shadows are very pigmented, and I find that I did use way too much product on it, so just try to rub off the excess a little more than you usually would, just so you don't get an overwhelming amount of color on your lid.
We've both been there before. When a love shuts the door, it's a losing game, it's a losing game. But this time it's more than another love war.
Next, using the little eyeshadow brush that comes with your Urban Decay palettes, I'm going to be going in with the shade Primavera. Primavera, is that right? I don't know. I can't ever pronounce any word. So I'm just going to be putting that all over my lid, just cutting off a little bit before the end of my eye, so I have time to put in my darker shades. And I do have slightly hooded eyes, so I like to bring this up a little bit, just so when it does transfer, it's transferring onto the same thing.
This ain't the same.
Next shade I'm going to be using is Red Ochre. I'm going to be starting this at the side, the end of my crease, and I'm going to bring it into the crease, and I'm going to blend it on to that shimmery eyeshadow that is on the lid as well.
This ain't the same. They say love heals all. It makes it all alright. In time, in time. My heart still feels the breaking, but you make my world so bright? It feels so right. It feels so right. And how will we ever feel that what we've got is real? There's no denying. There's no denying. And how will we ever...
And then I'm going to be going in with my unique crease brush, and I'm going to be going in with Cypress Umber, and I'm going to be pinpointing that a little more on my outer crease and when I take it into the crease, just so it blends into all the colors and it adds that depth to the eye.
see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying.
And of course going back in with my MAC brush that I don't know the number of to blend it all out and make it all look flawless.
It's terrifying. And how will we ever know if the love will ever grow without trying, without trying? And how will we ever see if we are meant to be? It's terrifying. It's terrifying. That we're meant to be. We're meant to be. That we're meant to be.
Next, using a brush, I'm not exactly sure what it is. Like I said, I will be putting all the information you need to know about this look down in the description box. But I will be using the shade Tempura, and it's also going to be mixed with Urban Decay's Midnight Cowboy, and I'm going to be using this to highlight my brows. And then going in with that same brush I used for the burnt orange, I'm just going to blend that out. After we blend all that out, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner, and I am going to do that off camera because just like my eyebrows, that takes forever. Just like to take all my jewelry out before I do this because I don't like my foundation getting all mixed in. Going in with my Laura Mercier Spackle primer, I'm going to put this all over my eyes to help cool down my rosacea. And also it does really keep my foundation on. I found it a lot better than other primers I use. Going in with my Josie Maran Argan Oil, I like to put that on the back of my hand, and then I will put it on the back of my brush and just let that sit there a little bit while I put on my foundation, and then I will use that to blend out my foundation. Now here I'm using the Lancome Stick Foundation. I know it looks a little dark when it goes on my neck, but I promise it actually does blend in pretty well. Now, I've had a lot of problems with my neck. I don't know if it's just my rosacea, but my neck is so hard to blend out. Does anybody else have this problem? If so, tell me down below. And, you know, I have a really small forehead and temple area, so for those, I have to end up using my fingers to actually blend it out, or else my foundation will be all in my hair.
We're meant to be.
And then I just like to go in with a little bit more on my cheeks, just to cover up my rosacea a little more. And then, of course, I put it on those pinpoint spots around my nose, my chin, and a little bit on my neck as well. And then I will be doing the same thing with the Argan Oil and my Real Techniques brush to help blend it out a little bit better. This stuff is extremely creamy, so you shouldn't need the oil, but I just like it for that additional help because this stuff does blend very, very nicely, and it does have a pretty matte finish. It's not oily at all, and I love that about this foundation. Next, I'm going to be going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm going to be putting that in a little triangle under my eyes, on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. Using my Beauty Blender, I'm going to blend all of this out. I find that the Beauty Blender blends out my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer better than anything. And I always blend out under my eyes last because I do have very fine lines and little baby wrinkles under my eyes already. So this stuff likes to really sink in there. So as soon as I'm done with that, I will only set that little spot. And then once I'm done setting my main areas, I will lightly go around the rest of my face just so everything else blends very well. Here I'm using my Buxom bronzer, and I'm just going to get the main points that I would contour my face with, which I will be going in with next. I'm just so pale, I like to add that warmth. Now I'm going to be going in with my Hoola bronzer and one of my MAC travel brushes. And I'm just going to be carving out the contours of my cheeks. And then I do bring it up to those two high points in my forehead as well, just because that is kind of oddly shaped in my opinion. So I'd like to even that out a little bit. And I'll just blend that out using my large Duofiber brush. No, it is not the small, it is actually broken. Then, using my Real Techniques sponge, I will bake underneath of it just to sharpen up that line. I don't like baking just because it does make my face very, very white, so I only do it right there. Going in with a flat definer brush, I'm going to be going in the same order of shadows I used on my lid, minus my shimmer shade, and I will just be putting all of this on my lower lash line, and then I will smoke it out with a Q-tip. I couldn't find my brush that I blend this out with, but this, honestly, these beauty Q-tips did it just as well. And I dragged this look up into my wing too, and I thought that really elongated my eyes a little bit. I'm not sure. Honestly, it just looks that way. Going with my MAC blush, just going to put that on the apples of my cheeks, and then I will be highlighting. Using my little baby MAC brush, I'm going to be contouring my nose and then highlighting the tip and a little bit on the bridge to finish that. And I will be highlighting my Cupid's bow as well as my forehead because I do have such a small forehead. I want to bring light to that. Going back in with that light shade from Anastasia's palette and Midnight Cowboy, I will be highlighting my inner corner. And we can blend all that powder away and leave us with a beautiful line. And then I like to just go over it one more time, just very lightly, so it doesn't take away from what we just did. And I will be going back in with my dip brow just to fix any mistakes I could have made when I put on my foundation or my eyeshadow. And then going in with my foundation stick, I'm just going to be using a little concealer brush to clean off all of the excess eyebrow stuff that I could have gotten on there. I notice whenever I use a spoolie and go up, it transfers eyebrow product onto my forehead, and that actually like really bothers me, but that foundation takes care of it for me. And then I'm going to be setting my face using the Urban Decay Up All Nighter setting spray. This stuff is a miracle worker, guys. You need to get it because I love it and you'll love it too. Next, I'm going to be using my Tarte mascara, and I'm going to be lightly lining my eyelashes for my fake lashes, which per usual I will be using my little Walmart eyelashes from Salon Perfect. I think they are so lightweight, they are so comfortable, and I think they are just beautiful. I feel like they mimic a lot of those more expensive eyelash brands, and I think they're just wonderful. Also, I completely skipped putting my lipstick on because I switched lip colors like 3 times. And this is one of my ColourPop lipsticks, per usual. It's like the only lipstick I wear anymore. Again, I'm not exactly sure of the shade, but I will be putting that in the description below. just like the rest of the products. And I do use the Duo liquid eyelash glue, the stuff that you paint on, and I find that works a lot better. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and leave any comments down below. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!